Roldan, along with Pris Ortiz, who is an expert woodcarver and maker of religious images, took turns in inspecting the alleged miraculous image. The woodcarver shares the photographer's observation. Nothing seems unusual about this image.
Tinignan ko, kaliwa kanan, ilalim, ibabaw. Sa akin pakitingin wala namang naiba.
Ortiz, likewise, noted the craftsmanship of the image, but it poses some questions.
Pag sinabi antique, medyo naiba sa pangkaraniwang tao. Kumbaga, hindi pa kabisado ng mga gumawa ang proporsyon pag mga antique. Hindi kagaya ngayon na mga artist ngayon nag-aaral ng proporsyon. Nag-aaralan na yung mga tamang sukat.
Legend also has it that the image becomes heavier whenever the image does not approve of a particular trip outside the shrine.
Posibleng bumigat ang kahoy. Kasi kung halimbawa ang kahoy ay tuyo, ibinabad mo sa tubig, bibigat siyempre kasi may weight yung tubig. Mayroon namang kahoy na sadyang mabigat. Katulad ng ulawin, napakabigat na. Pero sa tansya ko, pag halimbawa natuyo na, yun na ang weight noon, hindi na mababago.
And for someone who's seen and made countless images, Ortiz observed nothing extraordinary about the 400-year-old statue of the Virgin of Caysasay.
Kasi pag miraculous ang isang bagay, may mapipil kang spirit. Manindig yung balahibo mo. Yan yung mga spirit na nararamdaman mo wala akong napili.
It strengthened my faith, no? And that there's no doubt if your faith, if you believe so much in that there's hope for everything.
It has been 400 years since the image of the Virgin of Caysasay was discovered in the waters of the Pansipit River in Taal. Yet to this day, the Blessed Virgin continues to appear to those who believe in her.
In that span of 1603 when she was found, she had enough of the disappearing acts or disappearances, and every time she will have to appear, it is always being complemented or accompanied by a miracle story.
To this day, miracles have been attributed to the Virgin of Caysasay. And the sick continue to seek her help. Zenia Arsinue was on a plane going back to the Philippines from the United States when she felt half of her body go numb.
I went to the comfort room of the plane. And when I was going back to my seat, I suddenly felt, merong parang gumuhit sa likod ko. From taas hanggang baba, hanggang pa ako. And then, hindi na ako makalakad. Hindi ko na mabuhat yung aking left leg. No, I said something wrong. I was not alarmed because I didn't know what stroke is all about.
The diagnosis? She suffered a stroke due to diabetes and hypertension. Through a relative, Zenia learned about the miraculous Virgin of Caysasay.
So pagdating doon sa Our Lady of Caysasay Shrine, nakaluhod ako. Na hindi ko rin napapansin, So when I was kneeling down, sabi ng daughter ko, Ma, tingnan mo, nakakaluhod ka na. It's only then that I realized, sabi ko, I thought I cannot still walk straight, using my left leg, etc. But there, nakaluhod ako, tsaka nakatayo ako.
In an instant, she felt cured of her illness.
I don't know how to explain that, but I know I was healed.
Zenia now belongs to the countless devotees of this old image and the hope it brings.
It strengthened my faith, and that there's no doubt if your faith, if you believe so much in that there's hope for everything.
Though our experts have the utmost respect for the Virgin's devotees, They believe the miracles come from their faith and not from the 400-year-old image.
Naniniwala ako through prayers. Magagamot sila through prayers. Pero hindi ako naniniwala na through image, titignan nila, hahawakan nila, at magagaling sila. Dapat meron kang faith.
Sa ating mahal na anak, kailangan igalang natin sila. Ano mang imahin, ng mahal na dari, igalang. Pero huwag natin sasambahin. Ang pagsambay sa Diyos lang.
Some people may find the stories of the Virgin of Caysasay unbelievable, impossible, or even laughable. But nobody can scoff at the fact that the Virgin has played a huge part in molding the devotion and faith of one town and changing the lives of many, many people.
Firstly, Our Lady of Caysasay had a very big impact, primarily with our with me and my husband, because we realized that the Virgin is a living Virgin, you know. It's not just an image.
For me, other people call it miracle. For me, it's a continuing dialogue with your God, with the Mama Mary, you know, every day asking whether you're worth it, you know, whether importante yung gagawin mo, and therefore you need to get healed and all of these things.
We received a letter from one of our viewers, and it reads, "Dear Chances Are, my name is Andy from Calamba City. I am 23 years old. I just want to share what I consider the miracle of my life. It all started last year, October 22, 2008. I attempted suicide by slashing my wrist. Somebody found me and I was rushed to the hospital. I had already lost a lot of blood at the time. All I told the doctors was that I was totally depressed. I was treated in the ER for almost 2 hours, and when I looked at my pale arm, I was shocked to see flies buzzing around it. From the ER, I was transferred to a private room. Around 5 p.m., they injected me with drugs, and I fell asleep. The operation went through. At around 10 p.m., I woke up in the recovery room. The next day, my dad was there talking to the doctor. That's when I knew there was a miracle. The doctor said that the operation he performed was one of the hardest he had ever done. He said that there was so much damage to my nerves that he had to reconnect some of them. Since my case was considered suicide, we couldn't get anything from my health card, and we had a hard time paying for the 70,000 peso hospital bill. I was transferred to the ward, where I stayed with 3 other patients. As it turned out, all of them have positions in their respective churches. They invited me to attend different church activities. My family and I considered that a miracle, because one of the reasons I attempted suicide was because I had lost faith in our Creator. With faith and God's help, we were finally able to pay for our hospital bills, and I started to recover. Thanks to all who supported me all the way and continuously prayed for my recovery, and to those people that I consider good Samaritans who restored my faith in God. Signed, Andy." Miracles are happening all around us. Some may have witnessed it, experienced it, or maybe you are the miracle yourself.